Conan is getting relaunched in late July. But there's a preview out already now, the free comic book version of Conan the Barbarian, the relaunch issue 0. And what this is then, just leave it there, I'll talk about it. This then is basically the reboot of Conan, and it's a new beginning. We had Jim Sub on, who is the writer of it, to speak about it a couple of weeks ago. That's actually the previous quote-unquote scripted video, because it falls under that category that we uploaded. So it's right there on the channel. Go check it out. And here then is the sample. What this is, it isn't like a full story. What this is something of a mission statement. This is something that sets the tone, and it explains kind of like where they're going. What we see here is Conan's very first adventure, where he discovers that I want to leave Cimmeria. I want to go and see the world. And this happens in conjunction with the Battle of Venarium, which is canon to the Conan stories. And what we're seeing right here, and this is something that I really, really enjoyed, because this tells me that they brought the absolute best of what they did with Marvel with them. And this also fits in with the new canon of the stories. What we see right here is a map of the Hyborian Age. This takes place around 12,000 years ago. And what is circled here on the map is where the story in the issue takes place. And then I would imagine that as the story develops, we're going to have kind of like crossed lines as to where Conan is going and moving. And if we can move forward just a little bit here, yes, the highlight right there. I want to point out something. First, look at this glorious art by Rob de la Torre. This looks exactly like the Savage Sword of Conan from the 70s. And also, I would like to highlight, you see what Conan is holding in his head right there? You know what that is? That is something that he wasn't allowed to do during the brief 2019 to 2022 tenure at Marvel, namely a decapitated head. This is one thing that was off limits at Marvel. And what we were told by Fredrik Malmberg when we had him on, this is the same interview with Jim Sub, was that this time they were going all out, completely uncensored, with no restrictions, because now they're able to tell the stories exactly how they want to tell them. That means lopped off limbs, lopped off heads, jiggling titties, and what have you. And this is something that I appreciate that they put in right here in issue 0, because as part of the mission statement, they are going to do this right. We're not going to go through any more of this this story. You can read that for yourself. What I will say is that this is obviously a very, very short story, a mission statement, but it reads just like the stories of the Savage Sword of Conan. Now you might wonder, where can I read this thing? Well, if you just go down to the description, there's a link, and you can download it for free and read it in PDF format, completely legal and at your own leisure. So just head on over to the link, download it, check it out. This is Conan done right, and if you're interested, then head over to your local comic book retailer and have them set you up with a subscription, so they get in the pre-orders right now for issue 1, which drops in late July. Script, you're a fan of Conan. What do you think about how that looked with the art and everything?
Oh man, it looked fantastic, and it's nice and refreshing to kind of see Conan holding a severed head of his enemy. It's been a while since that.
We haven't seen that since the 70s.
Yeah, exactly. And I enjoyed Jim Zub's work, fellow Canuck, which is just by circumstance. It doesn't really preclude my any preference, but he has earned a nice place in the Conan lore in my books, because he's done a good job with the story, especially under the limitations he had prior. And now he gets to let loose, and I can't wait to see what he has in store for us in the future.
Yeah, neither can I. I'm looking forward to his run, and from what little things I have heard, I think we're in for a really, really good time, and these could be the best Conan comics in many, many years that we'll be getting from Titan. This clip was taken from Midnight's Edge in the Morning, which streams live every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9 AM Pacific Time on the Midnight's Edge main channel. There you can send in your live questions and comments before clips and full stream replays are uploaded to Midnight's Edge live archives. We are also on Twitter, Rumble, Odyssey and Facebook, so smash that like, help share, subscribe and join us.